So we're back today with the games that brought me to top 800 in the world. I'm not top 800 now because the battles were a while ago, but when I did do the battles, I was top 800. So we'll be going through some replays today of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game win streak. I won't go through all of them, but I'll show you the good ones that got me to top 1000. We'll start off with the Goblin Drill replay. And I just realized, whenever I do these replays videos, I always record it like 3 hours after I've done the actual battles. That's usually because I get up in the morning, and then I'll play some later. I'll go eat breakfast or something, and then I'll come back afterwards and do the actual replays. So here, if you do guards in that position, you can counter the Goblin Drill with no damage at all, other than the spawn damage. If they do log or maybe a fireball, you have to snowball the Goblin Drill after it dies, but otherwise the guards will do. So my favourite play versus Goblin Drill decks is doing a Lumberjack on the Goblin Drill, and then having my Mega Minion and my Balloon afterwards so that I can go with the Balloon push play. So you'll see it right here. This is my favourite defense for the Goblin Drill. If you can do this, always do this with the Goblin Drill. You defend it with a Lumberjack. It doesn't really matter if the Lumberjack hits the first Goblin or not. And then you'll have just enough elixir to go with the Mega Minion Balloon push. And usually, if they play Tesla, usually I can even... You see how it bypasses? I can even freeze the Tesla and the tower and just take the tower straight away. But that guy fireballed into the Tesla, so that was well played. So here we just kind of chill. Because their Goblin Drill cycle is just so fast, usually I can't always go the Lumberjack Mega Minion Balloon push, but I'll always either have the Lumberjack or the guards in cycle for their drill. So if you can avoid it, try not to play the Lumberjack and the guards like next to each other in the cycle. So don't play your guards and then play Lumberjack, because then if you wait 4 cards and then they go with their Goblin Drill, you won't have either in the cycle. So you want to spread it out across your cycle. So here I go with my Mega Minion Lumberjack Balloon push. I didn't push it this time, because you can also do this one where if you put your Mega Minion in the back and then you go with your Lumberjack Balloon at the bridge with the balloon to the side. This is what I used to do before I found out about the push trick, because what it does is it avoids like mortar snipes from the mortar pulls from the top, because if they put any building like around the center of the map, the Mega Minion will just kill it like really fast. So that's also a good play. So here I would have gone in with my Lumberjack Balloon, but his Tesla was still alive and he had another one in cycle, so that's why I went in with my Balloon in the back. I don't usually go with my Balloon in the back in this matchup, but in this specific situation it was a good play. So you'll see right here, I make him use his Tesla. So now he has no Tesla in cycle. He has to go to the Goblin Cage. I think he can still defend this, but look at my Mega Minion on the left lane. It got some damage still. So this balloon hit will like equalize damage. He's still ahead a little bit. So generally with Fire Spirits, if I can, I'll zap it, but I can't always zap it, because it's 1 for 2. You don't really want to like you. Sometimes if you like zap the Fire Spirit, it can get you in a bad cycle. But otherwise, if you can, I would suggest zapping it. But if it connects, it's not that big of a deal. So right here, he keeps this is why Goblin Drill is such a hard matchup, because he can defend everything with a Tesla Fireball, and then he sits there going Goblin Drill Fireball every single time. But here I do the Mega Minion push, and he misses it this time because he fireballs my balloon the wrong way, and the moment he misses that fireball, it's GG. There's nothing you can do at this point. And that's that. Usually Goblin Drill is about, depending on the variant he has, this variant right here is about 60-40 for them. But any one with like, I don't know, Firecracker or Dark Prince, Royal Ghost, those are pretty hard counters. Goblin Drill in itself doesn't do that well. It's mainly the Tesla Fireball that like just wrecks everything. So this second match, I won't really show this one. It's quite an easy matchup. Lava Clone. I'll show this one because a lot of people in the comments seem to have trouble with clone decks. Now, Lava Clone's not the hardest matchup, but it's also not the easiest. But Golem Clone, on the other hand, with all the Night Witch bats and stuff, Golem Clone's a pretty hard counter. So he goes Baby Dragon, I go Dark Goblin. If you do the Dark Goblin this placement, the Baby Dragon gets 0 hits on your tower. But the tower has to be hitting it while your Dark Goblin's hitting it. So here, instead of going Lumberjack Balloon at the bridge, I go with my Lumberjack back here and then go with my Balloon because his bats were still alive. When he put his Flying Machine down, that's when I knew he had Golem Clone, Lava Clone at me. So right here, I knew that he was going to pressure with either his Lumberjack or his Skeleton Army clone. So that's why I only went in with my Mega Minion. And yep, he did. So Dark Goblin to the side and I zap it. That's what you want to do. You always want to save either your Snowball, Zap, or Freeze for their clone pushes. So here, he used his Skeleton Army, right? He used his Skeleton Army. He used his Flying Machine. And he used his Lumberjack. So he has no real good response to my Lumberjack right now. And I knew, because I already knew he was running Lava Clone and he had nothing else. He had no ground cards in cycle, no strong air defenses. So that's why I went in with my Lumberjack at the bridge. And I go to the strong side tower instead of the weak side tower. That's pretty important. Because my Lumberjack's guaranteed to take most of his tower. So I want to take most of his strong tower instead of most of his weak tower. Because if I do the damage on the weak tower, it just goes to his king tower and then that's the end of that. But if I go with the strong tower, I can take both of his towers. So here, I wasn't sure if he had this the arrows version or the fireball version, but I knew that he was going to try snipe it, so I already had my Mega Minion hovered. Right here, I think I should have froze right there. Because you'll see I have a little bit of trouble defending this push. That was my mistake for not freezing. But anyway, successful defense still. He fails his Lava Hound distract with the Baby Dragon. That was a pretty big mistake on his part. Yeah, and he knows it. So I put a Lumberjack there to predict his Flying Machine, and then I go with the Dark Goblin. I prediction zap because I thought he was gonna go Skeleton Army or Bats on top of my Dark Goblin. So that was the thought process behind that. And my guards on the other side take the tower. You go here. I just keep spamming all my spells. Usually Lava Clone is it's their matchup, just barely, only slightly. Like depending on the player, if it was equal skill level, I wouldn't like expect to lose the matchup. But if he's better than me, he can still win. Electro Giant. This one, I saw some guy in the comments earlier asking me how to beat Electro Giant. Electro Giant's a really hard counter. But this Electro Giant deck in particular isn't that bad because he doesn't have the Mother Witch or the Ice Wizard. The Electro Giant deck that has the Mother Witch, the Inferno Dragon, Lightning, Goblin Cage, that one's a really hard counter. That one's probably, I'd say that's like 90-10 matchup for them. The deck he's playing right now, I'm not really sure. It's maybe 70-30 for them. It's still a hard counter because the reason it's such a hard counter is because you always have to save your freeze for their Electro Giant. If you don't have your freeze in cycle for the Electro Giant, you can't defend it. Because when you freeze the Electro Giant, it doesn't zap your units. So right here, pretty okay Electro Giant on his part. He had his Bomber down, so I couldn't go Lumberjack Balloon. So I go with my Dark Goblin, and then I go with my Lumberjack Balloon. I played in that spot because I thought he might have Goblin Cage or something. So here, this is pretty important. I snowball the Inferno Dragon to reset it, and the Dark Goblin finishes it off. That was a pretty bad Inferno Dragon on his part though. If I was him, I would have just tried to lightning all three of them together. But I also make a pretty bad mistake here. When I get 7 Elixir, I see that my tower's still got more than 1,000 health left. So I try to go with my guards freeze to defend against the Electro Giant, because if I had saved my tower, that would have been a really, really good play on my part, because then he would have had to spend like a lightning to take out my 100 HP tower, which isn't what he wants to do. But since my tower still died, that was a really big mistake on my part. So I go Dark Goblin here. If you do Dark Goblin there, the Electro Giant doesn't hit the zap on it. And the reason I zap is so that my Mega Minion doesn't die to the Electro Giant. Because if you do that position and then you don't zap, then Mega Minion gets an extra swipe on the Electro Giant, and if they tornado or something, it just dies. And if your Mega Minion, if you ever have a Mega Minion stay alive going down a lane in a 2-tower situation, I always want to go Lumberjack Balloon in the middle, because anything he plays will just die to the Mega Minion. So right here, I was thinking of snowballing the Inferno Dragon to get another hit, but then I thought that might be an overcommitment, and if he goes if he goes Electro Giant in the middle, I might not be able to defend it. It's pretty chill from here. Yeah, so you see my Mega Minion's alive, so again, I got the Lumberjack Balloon in the middle. Any time you have a Mega Minion alive heading down, you always want to go Lumberjack Balloon in the middle. Yeah, pretty bad zap on my part. I thought since the Goblin, the Dark Goblin was targeting it, I thought that maybe the Dark Goblin would have killed it, which would have been really good for me, because then I would have 3-counted him right there, but I didn't see his Dark Prince over there. I go Mega Minion in the back, he goes... So, okay, hold on, this is really important here. I go with my guards to the side of my Mega Minion, because so far through this whole match, I've been going guards freeze for his Electro Giant. If he lightnings my Mega Minion right here, and I'm trying to defend, he takes my whole tower because I can't defend. So what I do is, I go Lumberjack, because I was trying to predict his lightning. Because if he had lightning, and I went Lumberjack Balloon in the middle, he didn't have Tornado and Cycle, he would have lost the game right there. So I wait a little bit for him to have enough elixir for the lightning, and then I Lumberjack Balloon in the middle, but he doesn't end up going for the lightning. So you'll see I get in a little bit of a pickle here. I zap the Dark Prince to take off the shield. So this was really bad on my part. I actually didn't notice his tower health right there. Otherwise, instead of zapping his Dark Prince, I would have just zapped his tower. But I didn't see his tower HP, which nearly cost me the game. But luckily, he had bad reaction time with his lightning, and he didn't hit it in time. And I won't show the balloon match. It was pretty. They have matchup. Actually, yeah, I'll show. They have usually minor balloon. It's with the snowball. It's like it's their matchup, but it's not a hard count or anything. It's like I'd say maybe 70-30 for them with the snowball. If it's a minor balloon deck without the snowball, it's like 50-50. The main thing about the snowball is you can't do the Mega Minion balloon bypass trick because they have the bomb tower, and they can snowball the balloon back onto the bomb tower instead. And also, for me to win, I have to actually connect to his tower with a balloon. For him to win, he can just minor chip me out and balloon death damage me. So right here, I snowball this. I think he goes into the balloon. So yeah, I knew that he had minor balloon, but I kind of thought that with my freeze I could have defended it. No, that was a pretty bad zap on my part. Maybe I should have froze, but my thought process was I can defend it with a freeze if he goes minor balloon. But since he went Ice Golem Balloon, I didn't really want to freeze it because it's a bit more expensive. But yeah, he messes up because he doesn't have a snowball in hand, so my balloon gets so many hits. I should have snowballed right there. If I snowballed, my balloon would have got another hit, and then I could just sit here defending the whole game. And if you're in a 1 tower down situation against minor balloon, it's really good because you can just keep cycling your Mega Minions in the back towards the tower that's still alive. And also they can't defend your Dark Goblins. The main thing in minor balloon is protect your Dark Goblins. Like, don't drop your Dark Goblin unless they drop their minor first, because a lot of times they're going to try to predict your Dark Goblin with their minor, and if they do that, then you can't really defend. I try to zap predict skeletons there, but he goes with this Ice Golem instead. And you'll see right here why minor balloon is so difficult. His minor just keeps chipping away at my tower, and his balloons keep connecting too, and I just have to sit here defending. Because if I don't defend, he takes my tower. If I do defend, he gets so much chip damage. So I try to pressure him a little bit here. I got a Dark Goblin snipe. I think I snowball here and it kills the... No, it doesn't kill it. Pretty unfortunate right here that my balloon didn't get death damage. This is why the minor balloon match is so difficult. So you see him already starting to catch up on damage, and he hasn't even connected with the balloon yet. When he went in with his miner, I knew that he was gonna go in the back because my guards were in the front. Yeah. Anyway, this gets really close right here. He gets death damage, and if I don't connect with this balloon, I lose. But he ends up failing the Ice Golem kite, and my if my lumberjack didn't get a hit, my Megan gets a hit. If that didn't get a hit, I would have just zapped the bomb tower, and that would have taken his tower. If he hadn't missed that Ice Golem kite right there, he probably still could have won. And yeah, those are the games. And this season, I'm gonna probably try and push to 8,000 trophies, which is Ultimate Champion. I'll try to beat this top 1,000 badge that I have, because I want to get an Ultimate Champion badge on my profile. But anyways, if you want to see another video, just comment down below. I might upload at the start of next season or something. I'm not sure. And see you next time.